Everyone, we are from Group Aliana Rastafal. We are going to describe about Aliana's family background, her merits, and as a first ladies. And for the first speaker, Wilma Slahoy.
Tiga.
Hello everyone, thank you very much for staying in here. I'm Elma Slahoy, responsible for speech about Eleanor Roosevelt. Why our group choose Eleanor Roosevelt? Because she was born in rich family. But did you know that she was removed by them? They said she is grainy, ugly duckling, or another words related with that words. Anna Eleanor Roosevelt was born in New York on 11 of October 1894. Her father was Elliot Roosevelt, a President Theodore younger brother, and her mother was Anna Rebecca Hall, a member of the distinguished in Livingston family. Both of her mother died when she was a child. Her mother in 1892 and her father in 1894. After her mother died, and then she went to live with her grandmother, Mrs. Valentine G. Hall, in Tivoli, New York. She was educated by private tutors until the age of 15, and she met with the headmistress, Mrs. Mademoiselle Mary, and she had a great influence on her educational and thinking. After the age of 18, she returned to New York with fresh sense on her abilities, and she became involved in social service work and joined at League of Settlement House. On March of 1905, she married with her fifth cousin, Mr. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and between 1906 and 1916, they became parents from 6 children. That's all from me, and my friend will continue to give another information.
Tiga.
Well, thank you. Now I'm going to tell about Eleanor's marriage and family life. In the summer of 1902, Eleanor encountered her father's fifth cousin, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, on a train to Tivoli, New York. The two began a secret correspondence and romance and became engaged on November 22, 1903. Franklin's mother, Sarah Ann Delano, opposed the union and made him promise that the engagement would not be officially announced for a year. Sarah took her son on a Caribbean cruise in 1904, hoping that a separation would squelch the romance, but Franklin remained determined. Eleanor married Franklin on March 17, 1905 in a wedding officiated by Endicott Peabody, the groom's headmaster at Groton School. The wedding date itself was selected with Theodore Roosevelt, the sitting president. Theodore Roosevelt, who signed the marriage certificate as a witness, gave his niece Eleanor away since her father had died years before. The couple spent a preliminary honeymoon of 1 week at the Hyde Park, then set up housekeeping in an apartment in New York. That summer, they went on their formal honeymoon, a 3-month tour of Europe.
Tiga.
Eleanor and Franklin had 6 children: Anna Eleanor Roosevelt, James Roosevelt II, Franklin Roosevelt, Elliot Roosevelt, Franklin Delano Roosevelt Jr., and John Aspinwall Roosevelt II. In September 1918, while unpacking a suitcase of Franklin's, Eleanor discovered a bundle of love letters to him from her social secretary, Lucy Mercer. Disillusioned, Eleanor again became active in public life and focused increasingly on her social work rather than her role as a wife as she had for the previous decade. In August 1921, the family was vacationing at the Campobello Islands, New Brunswick, when Franklin was stricken with polio, which permanently paralyzed his legs. When the extent of his disability became clear, Eleanor fought a protracted battle with her mother-in-law over his future, persuading him to stay in politics despite Sarah urging that he retire and become a country gentleman. Tension between Sarah and Eleanor over her new political friends rose to the point that the family constructed a cottage, Falkhill, which Eleanor and her guests lived in when Franklin and the children were away from Hyde Park. Then my friend will continue.
Tiga.
Well, everyone, if my friends Sari and Wilma have already talked about Eleanor family background and her marriage, now I'm going to share for all of you about Eleanor as a first lady. First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt is a wife of Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the United States President from 1933 until 1945. She was a leader in her own right and involved in numerous humanitarian causes throughout in her life. In the White House, she was one of the most active first ladies in history. She worked for political, racial, and social justice. After President Roosevelt's death, Eleanor was a delegate to the United Nations and continued to serve as an advocate for a wide range of human rights issues. She remained active in Democratic parties and was a prolific writer after her death at age 78. As a First Lady, Eleanor traveled across the United States and reporting back the information for her husband as she visited the government institutions and programs and other numerous facilities. She was an early champion of civil rights for African Americans as well as an advocate for women, American workers, the poor, and the young people. She also supported government-funded programs for artists and writers. Additionally, Eleanor Roosevelt wrote a syndicate newspaper. The title is My Day. She used this column to share information about her activities and communicate her position on a wide range of social and political issues.
Okay guys, that's all about Eleanor Roosevelt from our group. Please give your comment or suggestion. The quotes from us is, "You must do the thing you think you cannot do." Bye-bye.